Thank you, Mr. Kumar, for the interview with Sina.com. It's very nice to meet you here in the Davos. So I have a simple question about the U.S. Economy. The market goes some crisis in recent days, and the Lehman Brothers go bankruptcy. So how do you comment on this bankruptcy issue?
The crisis in the U.S. is today being, of course, looked at primarily from the angle of how to fix it. And I think that is absolutely essential at this point of time, in the sense that there is the issue of solvency of not only the US financial system, but the solvency of the entire international financial system. If you have to avoid further fallout of the crisis on other countries, other banks, other people, you need to do something immediately to provide liquidity to the institutions which have run out of it on account of fall in their valuations, on account of their own credit lines drying up, and so on and so forth. But once all this has happened, and once you have cleared the mess, perhaps there will also be occasion to look at what were the factors which are responsible, which have contributed to creation of this crisis. That will be something where many more issues relating to how the international financial system has to work would need to be attended to. First of all, for instance, there will be the issue of incentive structure in the financial firms, in the investment banks, in the banking system. What kind of incentives do they provide which lead to the institutions taking exposures which are based on maybe some mathematical model, but which are not based on, I would even say, very commonsensical norms of counterparty exposure, underlying asset valuations, and so on. The second thing would be, what should be the relationship of the central bank or the Federal Reserve or whatever you may call it to the banking system? Is it the case that the banking system as a whole needs a different type of regulation from a different agency, or you have to have the same monetary agency also acting as a regulator? Because what is now apparent is that in some way or another the crisis was evident from 2007 onwards. What was happening between 2007, early 2007 and today? Why did we not take any steps? Were we actually trying to imagine that if we don't look at the problem will go away? What was happening? So there probably we need to look at what is the institutional architecture for regulation of the financial system. There will also be other issues which will need to be examined in the sense of how assets are valued when banks take exposure against those assets. There is clearly some kind of demarcation coming out in the sense of the underlying value of the assets and that value of the assets which has entered the bank's books when banks have provided either money against it or when they have provided any exposure or counterparty limit or guarantee or whatever. So that value is not the same as the underlying value of their asset. There is some difference, and the difference is huge. So these methodologies also will need to be looked at. So I think that there is, as I said, immediate task, or rather the immediate attention after this crisis must be first of all to set it right. I think there is no question about that, because it can escalate further and further, and we never know these kind of cycles where they stop. Nobody knows. So therefore it is important that this be fixed, and thereafter we need to look at these other aspects of the financial system as a whole, the international system, the domestic system in each country, and so on. Thank you.
So I have as a last question. Is there any impact? Are there any impacts on the India financial system due to this crisis in the U.S.?
India and the developing countries as a whole are insulated primarily because they follow a system of controls on capital movement. India still follows very stringent controls on movement of capital. So you are not exposed to the international market to the same degree and depth as the economies where the financial system is seamlessly integrated. So therefore we are safe. We might have one or two setbacks, but that also will be very minor blips. There is no system-wide effect feared in India, like for instance we fear in the case of European banks also. We know that the American banks are going down today, but European banks could be there going down tomorrow. That kind of thing is out of the question, not only for India, but for many of the developing countries, as I said, because of the capital controls. You don't have that free mobility on capital account.